All right, this is a video tutorial for Dana. What I'm doing here is I've opened up one of Cabe's drawings in Photoshop. I'm going to show her how I cleaned it up in Photoshop and enlarged it in Illustrator. Okay, I've got my photo open. I go up to Image, Adjustments, Replace Color. Now, I know that what I'm looking at on my screen varies a little differently from what's being produced in the video, so bear with me here. But if you'll notice, I'm going to click in the area of the color that I want to replace, and in this case it's the brown area. So I click there, and over here is a sample image, and everything in the white shows the color that's to be replaced. Just to show you an example, look, if I click in a dark color, you'll notice now the dark colors are in white. Okay, but we want to click in the brown area. That's the color that's going to be replaced. We're going to go down here to the bottom. We're going to adjust the lightness. And as you can see, since the preview option here is checked, as we adjust the lightness, it shows the changes over on the picture, actually, as we slide it. So we can see the changes that are being made before we actually even apply the changes. I don't know if you can see it on your screen or not, but there's a little area here that is still showing. There's a dot here, but for the most part, that's pretty clean. You might need to do a little cleaning on your own after this point with the brush tool or whatever you use to clean up your pictures. But let's see. I'm not sure how this will look on your screen, but let's give it a shot. Now, if I decrease the fuzziness, you can see here and here the changes that are being made. Okay, so we want a certain amount of fuzziness. That way it gets rid of most of the brown. And like I said, I think on the video that's actually being recorded, this is a lot lighter than what it is on my screen. Because even right here, I can see a perfect outline of Cabe's doodle. And I'm pretty sure on the video that's being recorded, it's very light. So anyway, that's how I cleaned it up to begin with in Photoshop. I played with the slider here, got rid of the brown. And then after that, I will, oh, here, actually, let me show you one more step that you might be able to do. After you're done with that part, go ahead and click OK, and that shows us our image here. Like I said, on my screen, a couple parts need cleaned up, but I'm going to skip that because you already know how to do it. I'm going to go ahead and go to Filter Gallery, which is available in all the Photoshop CSs. I'm not sure if you're using the CSs or Photoshop 7 or anything before, but in Photoshop 7 you may have to go down to the actual filter on its own. But if you got CX, go ahead and go to Filter Gallery. Now bear with me here while I try to remember exactly which one I did. It wasn't stamp. And actually, let me go back here. You're going to want your foreground color to be black, which is going to be the trace, and the background to be white. So foreground black, background white. Go back up to filter, filter gallery. I think it was under sketch. It may have been, yeah, photocopy. Now you see how much that actually darkened the lines. Can you tell? I don't know if you can tell or not, but it actually darkened the lines a lot. In fact, you can probably see now this line here that was visible on my screen before and wasn't on yours, and also the lines here at the bottom. But like I said, all those would have been cleaned up before we came here. But actually, you could probably quit after this step if you didn't need to do any kind of resizing, because that's a pretty dark, nice looking doodle there. But let's pretend that you do need to resize it. Okay, I'm going to actually do a totally different video tutorial for the resizing part in Photoshop, actually in Illustrator, and then we'll be using the same image that we just fixed here in Photoshop for the resize part of the video.